Hi everyone, this is Ascending Twin 144K. Here to do you a reading. Hope everyone's having a good time. Maybe curled up with a loved one, doing a little cuddling, having a good evening, or just relaxing after a long week. Doing something loving and healing for self. Meditations, affirmations. What are you grateful for today? Me, I'm grateful to have finally signed a contract today, so I'm very pleased, and I had to give thanks. So starting out at the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups speaks of celebrations. For me, it would speak of a celebration. For others, it could speak of a third-party situation. So we're going to get into these cards and find out more. All of my readings are timeless, so whenever you come to my channel and you click on a link in a video, that means that reading was for you. First card out is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is usually a messenger. This is a sign of fire. This is an action-oriented card. That is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So someone is either receiving a message or someone is giving a message. Could be by phone, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, what have you. Phone, text message, email. Next card out we have is the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. This is earth energy. So someone feels like they have either hardship struggles financially, or they are thinking in a poverty conscious mindset, or this could be feeling left out in the cold in love or finances. The next card we have is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is fire energy. So this is swift movement, swift action. This is also communication, traveling quickly. The next card we have out, excuse me, is the Ten of Swords. So this represents heartbreak, betrayal, the worst that it gets. And when you hit 10, you're done. So that's the blessing out of that, or the silver lining in that situation. Keep in mind, everyone, I'm going to start listing that these readings are for entertainment purposes only. No one is to make a life-altering decision on it. I am not liable for anyone making a life-changing decision based off of a card reading. The next card out is the Shadow Side. This is Capricorn energy, or known as the Devil card. So someone possibly might be feeling bound and chained to a situation. There could be addiction. Someone could be overly passionate about something. The next card out is the Two of Wands. So someone has a decision to make, or they have made their decision. It could be a decision in love, or it could be a decision in finances. The next card out is the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The Two of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This card here is someone that is loving, charming, nurturing. He's the father of the zodiac. This is why I call him the Cancer card. The Cancer man, he represents family. He represents traditions. He also represents being very loving, very loyal. He is very emotional, although he does not wear his heart on his sleeve. He internalizes most of his emotions. You would never know. He's very poker face with it. He's very intuitive, and he's very psychic. The next card out is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is someone that thinks with their head, not their heart. This person is very logical, very cool, very kind of cold and a little controlling. That's just my feeling when I deal with the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is air energy, so that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is someone that is very stern, very fair, but don't expect him to be all warm and fuzzy because he's not. This could be male or feminine energy, the same as the King of Cups. But this person, they speak very sharply, very crisply. It's not going to be, like I said, warm and fuzzy. This person will give it to you very straight. Could come across as harsh. You may not like it, but he gave you the truth, and if you attempt to do something to him, he's going to cut you. As you can see, he's prepared for battle. So he can also come across as very guarded, and that's just how I feel. The next card out is the Eight of Swords. So we have more air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, just like the Ten of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is someone that is trapped in their thoughts, trapped in their emotions, feeling stuck in a situation where they can't free themselves. That it could be people, places, and things. I pray it's never a thing because that's not mental, that's physical. But it could be mental, but hopefully not in any situation. But someone definitely feels like they're blind in a decision, or they can't see their way out of a situation. Next card out is the Seven of Pentacles. So this is someone that is waiting for something to come to full fruition. They're waiting for something to mature, or we could possibly be experiencing delays. So this person is waiting for just one more pentacle to mature so they can go ahead and harvest what they've sown. Next card out is the Queen of Pentacles. This is more earth energy. The Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. This is more Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. So this is someone that could be embodying male or feminine energy. But the Queen of Pentacles, she is generally a very well-to-do woman. As you can see, she's holding her money. She's holding her bounty. The flowers represent growth. The dog represents loyalty. As you can see, she's a very attractive woman or man. Someone that is well-to-do. This is usually a married person, someone that is off the market. They're very financially astute, but they're also very nurturing. Most people like them because of their grounded stability. They're very sensible. They're very logical. Or not so much even logical. That's more of the King of Swords, but they're very practical. So people like that earthy quality about them. Thank you, Spirit. Last card out we have is the Death card. This represents Scorpio. So Scorpio represents death and transformations, death and rebirth. So someone is going through a transformation. It could be a Scorpio, or it could be someone that is experiencing a death and rebirth. They're dying death to the old ways and a rebirth to a new self spiritually. Just a person that has evolved into their their higher self, or becoming a better person. So the messenger speaks of, the Page of Wands speaks of a message about someone feeling like they're trapped in a situation. They feel bound and chained to it. They really feel bound and chained to it, because right up underneath the Devil card, we have the Eight of Swords. So someone is really feeling like they are basically just carrying around a great deal of weight to not be able to release themselves from a situation. They feel extremely trapped. They can't see their way out of this situation. They feel like every corner that they look into to find a solution, there is none. And they're feeling left out in the cold. They might be feeling left out in the cold financially because um, we see communication of betrayal. So someone is now possibly reaping what they've sown, because the devil card to me also represents you're getting some of your karma too. And this person could be experiencing some of that. Maybe they took something that they shouldn't have taken. I'm feeling that that's maybe what that situation is, and they made a decision that ultimately cost them um, to be in this position of feeling left out in the cold. Maybe it was a desperate move to try to get out of a situation that they really felt bound and chained to, but their finances were attached to it for the wrong reason, or their emotions were attached to this situation for the wrong reasons. It could have been a karmic situation because we do have a death and rebirth card here. So this to me is kind of karmic. So that could have been that situation that ultimately caused this person delays, because not only is someone waiting for something, but that is also a delay. So it's a delay in movement. And this King of Cups could be the one that's experiencing this delay, possibly to get to this Queen of Pentacles after there has been betrayal. So someone put someone in a position where they were ultimately betrayed, and there seems to be a third player here. So it could possibly be one man and two women. This Queen of Cups, I mean, this Queen of Pentacles, wow, she could also have water in her chart as well. But this Queen of Pentacles could have had two kings, and somebody got betrayed or was left out in the cold about a decision that ultimately led to heartbreak and betrayal. And that left someone where, you know, they became the King of Swords. It could be two people operating under the same energy. One person operating out of the same energy. But I'm really feeling that there are three people here, because these are court cards. So this ultimately left to someone having to transform themselves from the experience that they went through. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive in deeper. Thank you. The first card out is the Two of Cups. So the message was to be sent to someone that is in a divine connection, a soulmate union. As you can see, these people are very spiritually connected. They are sharing of two cups. As you can see, there is a rope that binds them together. So that is the spiritual connection between the two. So this is a divine connection. It is a soulmate connection. One card for the shadow card, please. Whoa, that is way too many. I'm going to show them, but I'm not going to keep them. So we have, and if they could be what I consider my jumper cards, and these jumper cards possibly may pop out again. That's why I'm going to show them. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So someone is bound to their finances. Somebody could possibly very well be losing finances, which makes them feel like they're trapped. They might be bound to someone. I feel that they are bound to someone in some kind of way that is very toxic. It's very taking the opportunity to become an opportunist to get their monies by any means possible. So we have the Queen of Wands that came out, and the Eight of Pentacles is more earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And then we have the Queen of Wands that came out, and this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is someone that is very charming, very passionate. She's very beautiful, or he's very handsome. This is someone that knows what they want. They go after it. They're very action orientated. They don't like to take no for an answer. If they go after something, they generally get what they want. So this person possibly could have been involved in this. This could also be a work romance situation that went left. It went bad. I'm feeling that might be coming across in this reading. Next card we have out is the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is someone that intuitively knows what is going on. They haven't spoken up. They're obviously aware of the betrayal. It could be any of the parties above about this connection, and maybe this person may have been involved in telling of what went down, or they could have been an active part, but they played some role to some effect in this. The next card out is the Four of Cups. So someone's offer was rejected, which could have in turn also created heartbreak, which made someone feel like, well, you want me for my money, and this is just how I'm feeling. This is the energy that I'm in. You wanted me for my money, but instead of wanting me for my love, you came for money. So now I'm going to treat you like you treated me. I'm going to leave you out in the cold and let you know how it feels to be without my love and my money. And this was all due to the Seven of Cups. So someone was had quite a bit of options, because as you can see, we do have several players on the board. And then the Queen of Wands popped out, and the High Priestess. So these could be some of the integral players that played a role in this situation. But ultimately, someone was left out in the cold. And I feel, honestly, everybody was left out in the cold on this one. One card on the Devil card, please. We have the World. So the World represents completions of cycles. So someone is going to get out of this situation of feeling trapped and bound to a situation. Someone could have had addictions to money, living the good life. Someone could have had addictions possibly to sex. It doesn't appear to be here on the board, but I'm getting a feeling that there was more to it than just what it looked out like, what it looked to be on the surface. So there, because there's the Ten of Swords there. So with the Ten of Swords, there was definitely something else to it. The next card out is the Strength card, and like I said once before in the reading, wherever you find the Devil card, you're going to find somebody needs the strength to get through this. So someone needs to find their strength and courage to get out of this situation. They're in their head about feeling trapped in a situation that they can't get out of. Yes, it's very hard to get out of a situation when you constantly turn it over and over and over in your head, not to mention where you feel spiritually bound to a situation that you feel that there is no recourse, and you're just stuck. So someone needs to find their courage and release themselves from this lack mentality, feeling trapped, feeling left out in the cold about a situation. And it's really coming across more so as love and finances. Someone got duped. We have Leo as the Strength card. The next card out we have is the Chariot. So a Cancer was the one that felt like they were left out in the cold. So I'm taking it was this guy that took the fall, be it male or female, but I'm feeling it's more of a man than it is a woman. And it's possibly because this woman, he was involved with this woman. And I believe the Queen of Wands is attached to this woman. I believe they're the same person. And she's embodying more of her earth energy right now at this point, more than she is her fire energy. And that put her back in her perspective that you chose me for money, not for love. So I'm going to choose this King of Swords. and I'm going to cut you, and he's going to cut you too. We're going to cut you in so many different ways until you're going to be grateful to die when it's all said and done for you doing me the way you did about the money and the finances and love. So this is just a very, very strong feeling that I'm getting. And I do still say, I want to say this is work related. I don't know why, but I feel that it is very much work related. These are people that socialize at work and away from work too. That's why I said it's more to it than what's above the surface. The next card out, and this one flew out, is the Nine of Wands. So someone, and it's probably the Cancer, that is feeling very trapped in their head yet again. They had a decision to make, but it ultimately cost them a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of pacing of the floors, feeling like they just didn't know where to go, what to do, and how to do it, and why to do it, because of all the turmoil that they've been in, by feeling bound and chained and stuck to a situation. Maybe this man got involved with this woman for the wrong reasons, definitely, because like I said, I don't believe he loves her per se. There is a connection here somewhere, because we are seeing more and more of the divine cards to show up. But he chose love over finances. Well, he chose finances over love, I'm sorry. And now he's regretting the fact that he chose the latter, or the first over the latter. The next card is the Sun card. This is the most positive card in the deck. So again, we have Leo. So there could very well be a Leo involved in this situation, and it could be a Leo with a child. So this could be a child support issue as well. This person is waiting for their finances or something to mature, some delays to be over, but it's going to be positive for them in any event, because you do have the Sun card here, and it's right next to the Strength card. So they're going to find the strength to move forward, because I didn't speak on the Chariot too much, but the Chariot card represents fast forward motion. So someone is going to be moving away from that feeling left out in the cold because they didn't make the right choices. And they're going to get out of their head. They're going to find the courage and the strength to do so. And they're going to come out on top. And if this is a child support situation, we're going to see a little more into it. Thank you, Spirit. The next card out is the Six of Cups. So this could be, because this is, the Nine of Swords is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Again, that's Leo. And this is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So there's someone from the past that they either want to communicate to. And I believe with these two cards here and the Six of Cups here, this is past relationships. This could be someone from their past, possibly could be this Leo woman and her child, or it could be just a Leo period that they're being delayed from because of the karma that they have incurred, and not to bring it to this woman or this man. But this is representing to me a past life relationship. So this is communication that someone wants to give regarding this past life relationship. And being we have two Cancer cards here, I'm guaranteing that it's this Cancer feeling remorse and regret about his choices and his consequences and actions. Now, whether or not they become culpable and take some accountability, that remains to be seen, but Spirit is working with them because they are going through a death and transformation. And I think I get who this other king is too. One card, please, for the King of Cups. Thank you, Spirit. Wow, we have counterparts. So we now have the Queen of Swords on the deck. Oh wow, we have two cards. Damn, we got justice out here in this piece. We got Libra, so this is justice in a court system. So again, like I said, this could be work-related business that has been given karmic justice. This soulmate situation could be karmic justice. This situation could be child support and custody, money. Someone is lost money, and I believe it's this Cancer. And now I understand this Cancer went through this transformation from feeling like he's been betrayed, but he betrayed himself. He ultimately became the King of Swords after he realized he got hard. He became cold about this situation, and now he's got to transform back into the loving person that he was in the past. But so far, his transformation has been this, but he's still going through that cycle. And someone is receiving their justice. It could be karmic. It could be it could be legal justice. So we have the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords. So this is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So I believe this Queen of Swords, she also went through a transformation too after the betrayal and the heartbreak of realizing that this King of Cups did not love her for her. He loved her for her money, and he didn't love her. He just loved the money. So I believe this woman has air in her chart as well as fire in her chart. So she has now stopped being the warm and loving person that she was initially to him and nurturing, and now she's become very cold like he's become. They both have transformed into something. So I guess the lesson has been learned, and justice has been served because they're both transforming. So they're evolving, but they need to open their hearts again, because we now have temperance on the board. So yeah, this has been a karmic situation, but there are divine counterparts in it because we do have two counterparts on the board. So I believe there was legal justice and karmic justice that took place in this situation. The only card that we're missing here to say that it would signify, well, two cards that would signify contracts would be the Three of, what is it? The Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles and the High Priest. So someone is being spiritually led to balance themselves out, to temper themselves out. Maybe this person is enraged after, they got screwed. You screwed someone, someone screwed you back, and they screwed you harder than you screwed them. So now you've got to find some patience and some balance in this whole situation. This is where the Strength card comes in to help you get your patience, get your balance, get your footing. This is all things that have taken place in the past, and this was all behind someone that made the wrong choice about a relationship, because we have the Six of Cups here. So now you have to find the divinity within yourself to balance out the situation, because to me it seems like you brought the betrayal to yourself. But this is all divinely orchestrated. We can look at it from the 3D as something that you did to yourself, but if you look at it from the spiritual aspect of it, this is your soul contract, clearing up old karma. One on the King of Swords, please. These cards are really sticking, so someone really does not want to move forward. But, there is a feather in the cap after all. We have the Knight of Cups. So there is still some love left in this King of Cups, because here he is again. But now, after going through a process, he doesn't have his heart open as much as he used to as a king. He's now reduced himself down to a knight. This is him on the exterior, and this is him on the interior. So he is finding himself still having love, but he's trying to offer that cup of love to where he should have offered it from the first place. Henceforth, the messages. And as I have stated before, I do not read the cards like every other tarot reader does. So if you don't care for my readings, I can totally understand. And there are a multitude of talented readers on YouTube. So you're more than happy to, stop by their channel and go and take a look, and I'm sure you'll be satisfied and you'll find something that possibly resonates with you. But there's always a message in something, regardless if it pertains to you or it pertains to someone you love or a good friend. We have the Knight of Swords. So this transformation is coming across very swiftly. It could be very harsh. So this transformation was not an easy process. So as you can see, we have the counterparts here on the board, the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. So when you go from nurturing and loving to very logical, very stoic, very cold, it kind of, and I'm not saying that air signs are cold, but these people possibly have air in their chart, and I'm feeling very strongly that they do both have air in their chart, and I believe they both do have fire in their chart as well. But this is the ultimate result that happens when people come together for the wrong reasons. And to close it out, I have 3 more cards that popped out. We have the Three of Wands. So after this person goes through their transformation, they will be waiting for their ships to come in. And this could be again in love, or it could be in rebuilding your finances, because we know love is already here. So that person possibly is waiting for their ships to come in. They've communicated that they still love this person. Please forgive me. I hope that you can find it in your heart to forgive me. I have changed. This is the transformation, and they want to make this transformation very swiftly because they don't want to lose that love. But they were stuck and they were bound in a situation that was not totally their doing, but this was karma that they had to pay. This was a karmic debt that needed to be repaid. There was a lot of transgressions that took place in this situation. Then we have the Eight of Cups. So once this person receives their ships coming in, they're going to walk away from this situation. And this is also being divinely guided, because the Eight of Cups is a spiritual card as well. So this person is now growing up. Even though they are the King of Swords, they still, deep down inside, they are the Knight of Cups. So there is still a semblance of what that person used to be. So he has to start that trek to going towards loving himself. And this Queen of Swords is going to have to do the same. And at this point, this is the Hangman. So the Hangman represents Pisces, but I feel at this point that this is divine guidance. This is divine timing. This is divine intervention that is taking place, which is causing the whole thing. So this is possibly more so a soulmate relationship than it is a divine counterpart, although we started to see divine, what do I want to say, divine signals of the different cards that represent the divine counterparts, or divine masculine, divine feminine relationships. So I'm going to pull one more card to see what is possibly going to be the final outcome. Spirit, give me one clear and concise message. So we have choices, and maybe this is the moral of the story. Will you make the right choice this time? Have you made the right choice this time? You're being divinely guided. Will you stay with the divine guidance and follow what Spirit is trying to lead you towards? Okay, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please subscribe, and share with your friends. Thank you so much. Enjoy your evening. Blessings.